picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I'll be waiting for you. 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 Don't live my take all night. We're only one flight away from each other. Going for you one time. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you.
There's a notebook on the table, you can take it to the store, so you won't forget the groceries anymore. There's a rifle in the cabinet that I used to fight a war, but to this day I don't know what I was fighting for. I'm fighting for. Show me love, sweet older, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love as we grow colder, that our love provide the heat, that I order bones and miss, but belongs in my hand, belongs in your hand, belongs with me. Show me love as we get older.
falling, top to toe falling. In love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling, top to toe falling. In love, but my heart's not there. Chest, put your mind to rest. And she said, I'm falling, top to toe falling. In love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling, top to toe falling. In love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling, top to toe falling. In love, but my heart's not there. I'm falling, top to toe falling. In love, but my heart's not there. I walk alone on my own, won't you leave me? There's a road, but I need more than that. If you help me, no one will get hurt. And I feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul. You and I have problems, don't you know? Now get them off your chest, lay your mind to rest, your mind to rest. From my top to my toe, right from the word go, I was falling, I was falling. Before you even know, the cracks start to show. I was falling, I was falling. together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. Oh, 'cause you're the real deal. You're worth every bit as much as you know. Yeah. Delivered, signed and sealed. I will get that girl, albeit slow. And I'm a dreamer. Yeah, for love it is all in the name. I'm a believer. You may be far away, but we're thinking the same. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I'll be waiting for you. 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 Won't live and take all night. We're only one flight away from each other. I'm coming for you one time. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I close my eyes and I picture us together. I hope you know that I'll be waiting for you, my love, on this New York City coast. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you.
There's a notebook on the table, you can take it to the store, so you won't forget the groceries anymore. There's a rifle in the cabinet that I used to fight a war, but to this day I don't know what I was fighting for. I'm fighting for. Show me love, let's make it over, and I'm falling at your feet. After 30 years of service and months of it on me. Show me love, let's make one colder, let our love provide the heat, let our order bones and this
Welcome everybody. We are back with day number 5 of the CSGO Fight Night Open Qualifier matches. This is our 5th one of the week now. We've seen 4 fantastic games all through Monday to Thursday this week, and every single team that have won. Obviously, we're covering the round of 16 bracket. So every single team that wins their game, they're through to the CSGO Fight Night main tournament on the 22nd of May. Anyone that loses, they're out of the tournament. We won't be seeing any more of them. So today we're going to be seeing our 5th team qualifying for the main tournament. We've got Revolt and Cyberlegacy. Cyberlegacy, a name that's been coming up a few times recently in these qualifiers popping up. Very strong Ukrainian Russian mixed team. Really, really strong players on that side. And Revolt, I believe they're from the CIS region as well. Very strong team. So this should be a good game, but we'll have to see. 2 teams that I'm not massively familiar with. So, I mean, it's anyone's game. I recognize a couple of players coming in here. Native, Throne, Mupy, and Kreen. Kreen's a name that I've seen before. He's a good fragger, actually. But yeah, it will be an exciting game, and just a best of 1. We'll be jumping on to Dust 2 momentarily, and yeah, as I say, whichever team takes this one, we'll be qualifying and jumping right into the game as we speak. Here we go. As we go into knife round. It's Dust 2. It's a pretty balanced map. In fact, Dust 2 has been regarded as the most balanced map in Counter-Strike throughout sort of Counter-Strike history. Always kind of sat around the 50-50 mark. So whoever wins this pistol round, this knife round shouldn't really matter too much. Personally, I tend to favor the T side just for the fact that long can be so abused as a terrorist. As a CT, you have to make sure that you can't necessarily play a set player on long every single round. You have to make sure that the player with the closest long spawn pushes down to long, gets that Molotov in early or a flashbang or something to slow down the Ts. Otherwise, actually, if you find your long player with a poor spawn, the Ts can definitely get there first, get out before a Molotov can go down, and take a huge chunk of map control before the CTs are even able to contest it. But Cyberlegacy take the knife round. They do opt for that CT side. As we kick things off, this is a bizarre pistol round strat. It's something that I have seen before, but not something that you see too much at this kind of level. The CTs, they've invested 2 players to push up mid and go for some kind of pincer. It's not worked out for them at all, as they've lost 2 men early. We find ourselves in a 5-on-3 Revolt, a very, very strong start to this round, and strong start to the game as well, as Sanity's, well, he's faced up against so many players on long, he needs to hit his shots, he's found 1, make that 2, Sanity's keeping this one alive. He is going to eventually fall, and it leaves it all down to Native. Can't do anything with it. Well, Santis, he's done really well there to not only find himself 2 kills, but actually buy some time for his teammates to rotate. But isn't going to be enough. Revolt, they do get the trades and they do come out on top. So as they take the pistol round, no bomb plant means that they won't have as much as they would have hoped, but they will still be able to pull out full rifles. No SMGs, which is interesting to see. You normally see a T-side pulling out some MAC-10s on the second round, but no. These guys have opted for 2 AKs, 3 Galeals, some smokes for the cross, but not a whole lot more. So they walk their way up long, and they face up against a full Deagle buy from Cyberlegacy. At this kind of caliber, those Deagles can be so dangerous, and as the CTs boost 1 up elevator as well, there's now 2 on the site. Santi's doing work again, holding it up, finds himself 1. Spamming away, does a lot of damage, but he can't find the second, but Glowing's there to help him out as he finds 1 as well. Throne saves Santi's life, taking out Mupy. Eventually he falls, but the man advantage in the favour of Cyberlegacy right now, as they've got the bomb down, and actually they can just hold the cross here. Kreen has got a smoke to smoke it when he chooses to get across, but as his teammate falls, he's still got 3 to find. It's all fallen apart. Cyberlegacy take crown number 2. Against all odds, the Deagles prevail. And Revolt, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they bounce back and forth into this one. Yeah, it's exactly what they're going to do. It makes sense to do so. However, if they do lose this one, they'll be forced onto a full eco in the next, which will allow Cyberlegacy to pull away a little bit, which shouldn't really be allowed to do as a team that's taken pistol round. Either way, though, Cyberlegacy. A big old buy. They've retrieved the 2 AKs from the last round. 3 and 4s as well. Tricky. A nice kill on to Nosik Bob. And as Tricky finds himself 2 more, he's found himself 3 in the round. Glowing will have spotted the player on mid as well. That nade has actually damaged him up a lot, Glowing. A nice headshot to finish him off. And well, Revolt. Not only have they not won the round, they've not managed to find themselves anything. Wonder really wants to make that change. Nice jump onto the box to find Tricky. So at least they come away with something. They've taken a rifle out of the hands of their enemies. But is he spamming away with this deagle? I don't think he'll be allowed a whole lot more. There we go. Thrown Ferrari peeking around the corner. Gonna rip his head off. And Cyberlegacy, they keep 4 players alive. Completely shut down the force buy of Revolt. And that's actually a really, really strong showing. So, as I say, Revolt completely forced down to an eco. No one's going to invest anything into this. They cannot afford to do so. They need to save every penny to go into the next round. And to be honest, I think they're just going to charge in here, try and end this round quick. Hope for a bomb plant at the most. Maybe 1 or 2 kills. As the Glock's charging up short right now, but they should just get mowed down by the CT side. Oh no, it's falling apart. Wonder and Nosik. They find themselves 2 kills. Immediately, this becomes a good eco. If they can hold the bomb here, this has actually worked out really well for them. They're going to find themselves 1 more as well. They will get mowed down, but on a full Glock eco, where you're running up short, you're running into a site where there's 3 opponents, all stacked up with rifles. To find yourself 3 kills and the bomb plant is a fantastic round from Revolt. I mean, look at that. All the bodies lying on the floor in Catwalk. They got completely shut down as they tried to run back short in the post plant. Would have made more sense to keep players in short, but obviously with those clocks, they needed to get up close. They needed to gang up as a 5 to find those kills that they found in the first place. It's actually a nice smoke from Throne. Slows things down for the T's as they come out long, and it means that they have to put themselves in a difficult fight as they walk through the smokes and they lose 2 players early. This is not the round that Revolt would have hoped for, coming off the back of such a strong eco as well. If they go into their buy, they just charge up long and it's not working out for them at all. Mewpie eventually finds one back, but, well, a 3 versus 1. Throne's really low HP, but he's playing in this head angle. It doesn't make too much difference. He's still able to do the damage, and the rotation's coming in as well. It means that his teammates coming in from behind. Native will fall, but as Throne trades it out through the smoke, Cyberlegacy take round number 5, put themselves 4-1. I mean, look at this right now. They've got double AWP, 3 rifles. They'll be very, very happy right now. As Revolt will just be down to the pistols again. They're going to somewhat force into it, but can't invest a whole lot as they go in for fast long control again. Santis, he's flashed and he's just holding A to get into pit. He's managed to get his way down there as Throne saves his life from the player that's run out. I think they were both flashed there, so just about going to work out for him. Glowing takes down Crean as well. That's going to get the bomb down just through the mid doors. But Revolt, they will be able to retrieve it with a 2-man disadvantage. The MAC-10's out of play as well. And Glowing still making easy work of this T side. Tricky chiming in as well. The AWP's doing the damage this round. But they're such low HP. There's definitely potential for Mad Life to do some damage here. But not if Throne has anything to say about it. He finds himself the kill. Round number 6 goes to Cyberlegacy. And, well, Revolt, we will be seeing them on another buy. And they really want to be taking this one if they want a shot at keeping this one competitive. Because they lose this buy round, they're forced down to another eco. Cyberlegacy take it 7-1. And, yeah, things can very, very quickly snowball. So, Smoke going to go in on long. That's going to slow things down for Revolt. Seems that they are just playing this one slow anyway, though. We saw their last buy round. They charged right into long early on. Lost 2 men within the first 10 seconds of the round, and things didn't go all too well after that. I like the smoke from Mupi. Allows his teammate to maybe spot a leg of an opponent. And actually, in fact, the high smoke will allow his teammate to cross over to short. So they find Tricky, gives them that man advantage and an avenue onto the site. But the rotation's being called. Native's going to come off of B as he starts walking up CT. And this is the thing from Revolt. They found an opening on short. They're pretty convinced that they want to go up short, but by leaving this much time before the push, it is going to allow the rotations to come in. However, they seem to have left just enough time to make Native question himself. There we go. Smoke's going to come in. He will rotate over. Is this a fake from Revolt, though? Indeed it is. Native's going to fall. Nosik Bob making the fake convincing. It's all on Glowing right now, and as Crean misses the shot, Glowing, he's still alive. He's buying time, and he's finding kills. He eventually falls to the no-scope of Crean. So the man advantage and the bomb site, but a fast rotation comes in. Thrown, he's right in the tunnels. He's spraying away. He can't find Wonder. And well, Santis last alive with an AK, 3 versus 1. He is going to go for the save call. The B site is difficult enough to retake, especially not when you've got a 2-man disadvantage. So he's just going to go grab that AWP on short. Nice bit of communication for him to go grab that one. And as Revolt, they haven't got the money to hunt. They are just going to allow him to have it. But they do put their second round on the board. They keep things competitive when needed. They lose that round, Cyberlegacy take things 7-1, and it all falls apart. But by taking that round, it means that they've got potential. They can buy into this one again. They maybe could take it 5-3. If they do win this next buy round, Cyberlegacy, they won't have as much money in the bank. It's an opportunity for them to actually kill the bank of Cyberlegacy, because where they've won so many rounds in a row, and they've kept so many players alive in those rounds as well, they had plenty to fall back on going into this one. In fact, they will be able to pull out another AWP as well. So we are seeing another double AWP setup. But I like to see Revolts reeling it in a little bit, slowing things down. The same as what we saw last round that worked out so well for them. Play things slow, play a slow default, try and find a pick somewhere through a mistake of your opponent. And then once you find that mistake, then capitalize on it. Then either engage in that part of the map, or maybe fake on that part of the map, and then walk around somewhere else like they did last round. Obviously, they got that kill on short, threw the smoke short, called the rotations in, and then chose to go over towards B. Worked out really, really well for them, and that's what's going on here. Nosik Bob finding himself one onto short again. This time they are going to commit to it, though, and Nosik Bob, look at these entries. He's found himself one more onto the site. Whilst his teammates are falling, he's doing the work, so brings it onto a 3-on-3. He's grabbed himself an AWP as well. He's hungry for this long player. It's going to be Native. The flash comes over. Nosik Bob can't quite connect the shot, but the Molotov's going to go down, preventing the CT rotation. They will smoke it, but it will give away their position. And as the T's, they're falling right back to short. The smoke cover's going to allow them to do so, but Nosik Bob playing the off angle. Mupi finds himself one as well, and Nosik Bob closes out the round, finds himself 4 kills. What a fantastic round from him. Really, really stepping up as the entry here, as he sits 11-6 right now. And well, Madlife, if it wasn't for those assists, we'd be seeing a James Bond right now. Not the showing that you would have hoped for. Let's see if he can pull something into it as they go into another buy round. Cyberlegacy have invested into this one, but it'll be the last round they can do so. They are down to 2 pistols. Rifles on the others. Glowing falls early, though. Actually, Tricky falls as well. Revolt really starting to take control of this one. Nosik Bob working up short again. The last 2 rounds, it's worked really well for him. He's found the pick. But it shouldn't matter too much. Wonder and Mupi, they've found themselves 2 of their own. And Revolt, this is pretty much their round. Nosik Bob just needs to stay alive here. Oh, no! How has he whiffed that one? Santis, what a fantastic flick. I don't think there's much chance of him taking this round, but a very, very nice shot for him to hit, especially walking through the smoke like that. He's got a huge disadvantage. He will be able to retrieve the AK. Be interesting to see if he tries to save it, whether he tries to take some more weapons out of his opponent's hands, but either way, I think he was going for the kills there, otherwise he would have walked back A. He is going to fall straight away though. Crean holding the angle, making sure he can't get away there. And Revolt, they take it 5-4. And the Cyberlegacy are down to a full eco. Revolt should be able to level things out here. It all comes down to those do or die moments. You're 5-1 down, you either let it slip and you let your teammates overwhelm you, or you start to pull it back, bring it back to 5-5, and well, right now this is definitely anyone's game. Tricky getting aggressive over towards long, hoping he can catch someone with a nade in their hand. Only thing that's going to be caught out is him as he gets mowed down. Walks into a stack of 3 players, and actually his teammates falling right off of this one right now. They're only down to the pistols. They want to take the long-range fights. They want to put themselves into head angles. And Santi as well, he's been spotted and he has had his head torn off. Mupy, crispy aim. Eliminates that threat. There's 2 players close to this site glowing. That's a very nice headshot on Mupy, but he gets instantly traded. His teammate falls as well, and well, Native last alive on the site with the PT-50. They found themselves 2 kills, and if he can make it 3, it'll be a fantastic eco, but overwhelmed. A teammate coming in from short as well, and the likes of Gnostic Bob. Not going to be able to do anything with that one, so Revolt do manage to level things up. I like the discipline in that round. They didn't just push in, even though they knew they were going to be against an eco. They played it slow. And whilst they lost 2 players, it did work out well for them. So, Cyberlegacy will be able to buy back into this one. Only 1 AWP this time though, and it's on Tricky and his glass cannon right now. So definitely a downgrade from what we were seeing before. And I think whilst on a CT side, especially when rounds are working for you, it definitely makes sense to pull out a double AWP, invest in full util on every player, and everyone's got a kit and things. It does mean that you have less money to fall back on in rounds like this, where you would just prefer to have all players on a full buy, everyone to have Kevlar, everyone to have the necessary utility. Actually, we're seeing players just down to a couple of flashes. Throne's got nothing. Tricky's got no armor. It's definitely shabby, but as we poke into the 50-second mark on the clock, Revolt, they've taken a lot of control. They're playing this one really slow, not contesting anything as of yet. It's important to note, though, Throne has pushed right up long hauls, so he knows that no one's long, and he will be able to fall off of it. As Revolt working their way up short, Tricky hits himself a nice shot through the smoke. Actually, he was blind as well. Brings it onto a 4-on-4, but as Revolt, they're able to get their way onto the bomb site. They should be able to get the bomb down here too. There we go, it gets thrown up. Mupy's able to plant it. Santi coming in on a fast rotation, but where's he being shot from? He's being shot from over on B. It's Wonder. He's gone on a huge flank. And whilst the flank was smart, he's now last alive. The bomb is down, but it's not planted for him at all. He needs to find this kill onto Throne, and he's not able to do it. Cyberlegacy, they do come out on top. Throne's able to retrieve the AWP as well. I really liked that play from Revolt. They went for that A take. They had 4 players coming up short. Actually, Native's able to find himself an AWP as well, so they can pull out that double that they were working before. Glowing and Tricky. Yeah, 2 very, very strong AWPers for that Cyberlegacy side. But anyway, I liked that play from Wonder where he went on a late lurk B. Made for a good flank, he just couldn't connect his shots. Yeah, left him in a pretty impossible 2 versus 1. Revolt, they will be able to buy back into this one, and in fact they will actually be able to buy into the next as well. They've taken the last few rounds very convincingly. They've had several players alive, so money's not really an issue for them. But it doesn't matter too much when you're not taking the rounds. Wonder, though, does find himself 1. Crean finds one of his own as well, but as Native trades out Wonder, that's going to be the bomb down, but he's not in a position to contest it. He's going to have to give it up. Allow Revolt to take it back. So, a man advantage. Revolt have retrieved the bomb. And Mad Life finds himself a kill. I think that may be his first one of the game, actually. Santi's, though. He's the key player here. He needs to poke up, do something big. He's found himself 1, spins around onto long. Madlife is in a good position to shut it down, and whilst he takes a lot of damage, he is able to do so. Native, though, jumping up, trying to connect some shots. He's done a lot of damage, but can't do any more than that, and unfortunately, damage is not going to be enough when you're last alive. Revolt bounce back off of that round loss, take things back to 6-6, and Cyberlegacy, well, they've gone from a full buy round where they've had double AWP, they've had 3 rifles, full utility, to absolutely nothing. 4 players on the Deagles. Tricky's brought out some Kevlar, but that's about it. It's Revolt looking like they're going for some early long control. Are they going to flash? They're flashing through this smoke, and the flashes haven't affected Cyberlegacy at all. This could be a big mistake from them. It's unfortunate for Cyberlegacy they don't have a grenade, because if they did, it could do so much damage as Tricky finds Madlife. He's walked in with his back turned and thrown. Well, they just can't get rid of him. He's found himself a headshot as well. He's just being a nuisance in the pit. And there's one player low as well. It's Wonder. Mupie's low. Throne's grabbed himself an AK. Cyberlegacy might be able to pull this off. Revolt, I don't know why they've gone for this long take. Originally, in the rounds they were losing, in their buy rounds, they were going long fast, and it wasn't working out for them at all. They then started to slow it down, go for the map control, and push later on in the round. It started working, and then all of a sudden they're against an eco, and they said, you know what, we're going to go long. We're going to flash through the smoke and try and contest it. And, well, they've been completely shut down. Now Crean, a 2 versus 1. It's definitely a doable one, but as he's down to 20 HP, he's against 2 Deagles, he's a 1 hit, and he has absolutely no idea where his opponents are. Just creeping up onto this A site, but, well, the positioning. Glowing's got the rotate if he does choose to go back, and Santi's sitting in Gandalf, ready to swing as soon as that bomb goes down. It's actually not going to deny the plant. Going to wait for his teammate to get into place. He doesn't want to allow Crean to take 2 1v1s, but, well, peeks out at the right time, catches Crean off guard. Going to finish him off with a headshot as well, despite the fact that he's low HP. And Cyberlegacy, I have absolutely no idea how they've pulled that one off, but they've managed to do so. They've grabbed themselves 2 AKs as a prize as well. They put themselves onto 7. Revolt, they're not going to be happy with that at all. They will be able to buy back into it, so not as much of an issue as it could have been. But yeah, they still will not be happy at all. First time in a while, though, we're seeing a very, very matched buy. No double AWP on either side. Just the single AWP on the Cyberlegacy side, as they've invested 3 players long early on. And normally, you see 3 players go long early, and then once someone's got the control, whether they get themselves into pit, closed doors, they're on the angle or something, you then leave them there, you fall back off of it. But they seem to keep 3 there for quite a while. And even now that one's rotated off, there's still 2 players over towards long. So this could be dangerous if Revolt do choose to try and work their way up short. Finally, Tricky reeling it back in, but he's down to 5 HP. Santis, he's been heard, and that's a dangerous game to be playing, especially to have a nade out in your hand when you've given away your position, Mupie! What a shot for him to hit. And I think that smoke was deliberate as well. I sort of thought, I think he's whiffed that smoke, but as a second player's thrown a smoke there as well, I think that's actually to stop the one-way, where someone can get on top of the box and abuse that one. That's actually a really nice smoke. I might have to use that one myself, but Nosik Bob showing no respect, charging right through it. Finds himself one of his own, and Revolt, they've kept all 5 players alive. They've played this round perfectly. This is what we like to see from their buy rounds. They slow things down. They give the illusion that they're trying to take control somewhere, and then they do the complete opposite. And Cyberlegacy, well, they seem to fall for it every time. Red like a book, thrown right now, just trying to hold on to this AWP on long. Finds himself 1, but as he gets quickly traded. And actually, Revolt, they've grabbed themselves a double AWP. I think they're just going to go for the cross here. Unless Nosik Bob... Yeah, Nosik Bob's dropped an AK on the floor. Unless that's for Crean. I think that's for Crean. Nosik Bob's going to go for a long pick. I wouldn't be surprised if the mid player here that's going for the pick, that's Mupie, actually swaps out for the AK afterwards, as it's last round. And you don't really want 2 AWPs as you're going onto the site. But Nosik Bob, well, this solo long push has worked out really well for him. He's taken out Throne, and wow, 3 Molotovs. Tricky. He's extinguished them all with 1 smoke. It hasn't actually done a lot of damage to him at all, and as he's still alive, he's able to cause problems. He just needs to connect the shots, and it's not going to work out for him. Wonder finds himself one, but wow, look at this. Native, he's landed himself 2 deagle headshots. Glowing finds a kill as well. And all of a sudden we're in a 2-on-2. I have no idea how this has happened. But Cyberlegacy, they seem to do so well on their ecos. And these deagles, well, they're able to do the same amount of work, if not more, as the rifles. There's Gnostic Bob unable to connect that shot. He's going to keep Cyberlegacy with 2 players alive. Definitely a good chance of them taking this round as Native. He's rotated round to short. He's got the angle if they choose to try and rework it. But for now, Gnostic Bob and Crean, they're walking their way up short. And Cyberlegacy playing this really deep, as Glowing's actually managed to grab himself an AWP. I don't know where he's got that from, but he's gone and found it. Maybe that's from the mid pick or something. Actually, I have no idea. Select the player as he crosses though, spots the second, but can't connect the shot. But it's just making this even easier for Native as he's sitting in Gandalf. He swings out again, but this time Gnostic Bob's ready for it. And Glowing, he's in a 2 versus 1. He's got an AWP. It's not the favoured weapon, but as he finds a shot onto Crean, it's an AWP 1 versus 1. Gnostic Bob versus Glowing. Well, there's a lot to be said for the Peaker's advantage, but not today, as Glowing falls and Revolt take the half 8-7. Gnostic Bob, the man that's been opening up these rounds, getting the entries countless times, sitting 23-10. An insane half from him. Let's see if he can keep this up going into the second. As well. Found themselves on the front foot for really the first time this game. And if they can take this pistol round, it would be a fantastic position for them to be in. As they've gone for a short stack, Cyberlegacy. They've invested all 5 players over towards long. Well, this could work out for them. They've got themselves out and onto the corner in time. They seem to know what they're doing. No one facing as of yet, keeping Revolt guessing. But there's one player spotted. They seem to be walking into somewhat of a stack. Mupy doesn't want to push back through that smoke, though. Actually, there's a flash from Crean. As that goes in, Mupy will be able to push through the smoke, but not able to connect the shots. He is going to fall. Tricky on the lurk. Comes in from short. Gets the dink. Come on, there we go, Tricky. Takes out Gnostic Bob. And well, Cyberlegacy, this was actually a really nice pistol round. I thought to myself, what are they doing? They took long control, and then none of them faced, and they allowed the rotations from Revolt, but well, they knew exactly what they were doing. Actually, they just wanted to take the control early, make sure that there was no Revolt players up close if they tried to re-aggress later, wait for Tricky to get up short, and then, yeah, go for that A split. Worked out really, really well for them. Wonderfuls, and Cyberlegacy level things out, 8-8. They do take the pistol round. And Revolt, pretty much forced down to a full eco here. I don't think anyone will invest anything into this. Yeah, Crean will be looking to buy that AWP as early as possible. Wonder's going to get tagged up through the door as well. But this could be dangerous. They're only on USPs, but they have got 3 players stacked up over towards long. But, well, it doesn't make any difference. Glowing absolutely shuts them down. Native finds 2 over towards B. That was a very, very, very quick round. Native building up the bank as well with that Mac 10, getting himself $1,200 for those 2 kills. Is he going to go for a bonus round here? I thought he'd rebuy, considering the money he's just earned. They know they're against a full buy. Surprised to see him going for the bonus round. I'm surprised to see all of them going for the bonus round here, actually. It's not like they've got rounds to play with, but it makes sense if they are going for a fast B play. Oh, they've switched it off. I thought they were going to wait out the smoke, but instead they're pushing right through it. Wonder and Mupy find themselves too early, though. Mupy taps away and gets one more through the smoke as well with the USP. But Santis, well, I think that was actually a massive overcommitment there from the A players. They decided to jump right down short to get in a quick rotation, completely ignoring the fact that Cyberlegacy could actually have kept a player in underpass, which is exactly what they did. It was Santis, and he's absolutely on fire. He's found himself 4. He's on for the ace. As Mupy finds himself in a 2-on-1. He is smoked off, but he does a lot of damage onto Throne. He's caught out in the open. The Molotov forces him off the site. So Mupy's got the high ground. He's definitely in a position to clutch this one out, but he's got the man disadvantage, and Santi is on fire. Gets himself the ace. And well, he was a player that hadn't shown up too much in that first half. He was sitting 9-12. One of the weaker players on the side, and yeah, I mean, he's just dominated when needed. Completely shut down the Revolt buy round. Got himself an ace. He'll definitely be happy with that, and his team will be too, as they're going to round 19. They should be able to take this 1-11. Flash goes in. Native finds Wonder. Gives them that man advantage and the sight, and well, Revolt, not really anything they can do into this one. I think they know that Glowing's there, and they want to try and hunt him down and find that gun, but not going to happen. Glowing holds his own, and Native coming in to help. They will be able to shut this one down. There we go. Native finds himself 2 more kills as well. Yeah, very, very nice round. It's dangerous when you're against an eco for Glowing to go solo like that. Play it towards long, because if they're able to overwhelm him with those pistols, they can take the AK and they will just go and save it. But no, he holds up. He showcases his crispy aim and doesn't allow those USPs to overwhelm him. So they will be able to take the round, as Mupy can't connect his shot. That's one of the 2 AWPs out of play already. Cyberlegacy, they're still continuing to play this fast, and Native, he's still not bought since he bought the Mac 10 in the second round. He has still not rebought, and he's found himself 2 kills with it this round. He's now comfortably sitting on 10k. Finally swaps it out for an AK, but well, you love to see it. Cyberlegacy, they're absolutely steamrolling right now. Round number 20, it will be theirs. So they take things 12-8. Mad Life only able to take 1 out of the equation. It's only an AK out of play as well. No problem at all. Look at the money on this Cyberlegacy side. They've kept so many players alive, and they've been getting these SMG kills. They're sitting on 12, 13k, some of these players. They're pretty much set for the next few rounds if Revolt do bounce back and start putting some rounds on the board. But right now, they're heavily on the back foot, just down to these Deagles. And if they can't take this one, they certainly need to take the next buy round. Otherwise, they allow their opponents to get far too close to that magic number 16. Mad Life, jumping the gun a little bit though, wants to try and win this this eco round. He's going to get traded though, and as Gnostic Bob falls as well. 4 versus 3 for Cyberlegacy. They've taken long control. They've got the B tunnels control as well, but Native finds Wonder, finds himself 1 more as well. The reads on this player, he knows exactly where they're going to be pushing from. He's really, really stepped up. He finds himself on 21 kills right now. And well, Mupy. He's down to 6 HP. He's got himself an AK, and he will be looking to go and save it. I think Cyberlegacy would definitely hunt him, though. They've got 40 seconds to find him, and they've all got so much money, they don't want to let him bring that gun into the next. It doesn't matter too much, because Revolt will be able to buy up anyway. But it is just the fact that you never really want to allow a CT to have an AK, because yeah, the 1 headshot potential is a dangerous thing to have, especially at this caliber. Thrones push right into T-spawn. They might let him get away with this, though. Is he going to spot him? No, Mupy's just sat behind the car. He can't be seen at all. Be crazy to see a spam here. Oh my goodness, Throne! He's actually spammed it, and he's found the kill. Mupy, he's got to be upset with that one. He will be able to buy an M4 into the next, but well, I'm sure he would have much preferred that AK. As the save is denied, and Cyberlegacy, so much money built up as they go into round number 22. They push right up into long. They get there so quick, and the information's not been relayed. Natives managed to get himself into pit, and as Throne and Tricky find themselves 2 as well. All 3 players finding a kill. They are able to take the long control, and Wonder's left alive, and they're not even going to bother with the bomb plant. They're just going to hunt him down. Santi's finishing things off. Cyberlegacy, what is this? This is a whole new side we're seeing. So different to what we saw in the first half. They're just winning every angel. They're taking every angel. They're winning every angel. They're contesting control left, right, and center. There's no brakes on these guys as Native charging right into long. He doesn't care that there's flashes and smokes. He's going to get himself right behind blue box. As the flash comes in from his teammate, there we go. He'll swing out, find Mad Life. A Cyberlegacy, very, very close to putting themselves onto match point. As Santis comes up short, takes out the long defense. And well, Revolt, they cannot find themselves anything. Mupy left alive. Just with an MP9, he won't be able to do anything here as he's coming up long. Should just get taken down by Throne here. There we go. Throne going to close things out. Cyberlegacy, they find themselves on 15. And well, Revolt, 2 players only brought down to 2k last round, so they were able to buy into this one. But as we saw, the other 2 actually choose to invest further than that. Means that Gnostic Bob's just down to an MP9. We're seeing Wonder just about buying an M4 and Kevlar. 1 flashbang, not a whole lot more than that. So it's going to be really difficult for them to hold up against Cyberlegacy here, as they've been struggling with the full firepower anyway. They've completely given up long control. Want to try and contest it from elsewhere, as Mad Life does find Native early on, but he gets traded. Crean finds Glowing. So the man advantage for the Revolt side, but as Santi's doing work like he has been so much this half, well, they're able to level things out, make that the man advantage, as Tricky finds one with that nade. It's all on Mupy now. With that M4, is able to take out Santis, but well, he's been enough of a nuisance in this round. He's certainly done his job. The flash going to go high. He swings out with it. Spots one, but does he know that they're both there? Now he does. He's tapping away. Does the damage, but he needs to find the kills. Does even more damage, but cannot finish them off. Throne's going to find the kill. And Cyberlegacy have a flawless T-half. That is not something you see every day. Absolutely nuts. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. What a fantastic showing from Cyberlegacy. I thought Cyberlegacy, they came out on top. They were looking stronger in the first few rounds of the game. Revolt then bounced back. They took the half 8-7. They were looking pretty strong in the later rounds of the half as well. And I thought, do you know what? Going on to their CT side, it is the typically favoured side. They might be able to take this one, especially if they take the pistol round. But as they let the pistol round just slip out of their grasp, they then lose every single round afterwards. Cyberlegacy, so much confidence and so much aim on some of those players as well. Native was just running around opening things up. Santi's the lurk player, just being so much of a pain in the backside of Revolt, where he's coming up short, he's rotating around from B, he's doing so much work that Revolt, they just could not counter it at all. So Cyberlegacy will be our 5th team going in to the CSGO Fight Night tournament on the 22nd, and they're definitely one to look out for. That was such a strong showing on their T side. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing them later on. I honestly cannot wait. Make sure that you are following here and you're following us on the CSGO Fight Night Twitter as well. That's where the updates will be. That's where the match announcements will be when it comes to that magic day on the 22nd. So that's going to be all for us. Thank you everybody for watching. We will be joining you tomorrow with our 6th qualifier match. We'll see which team will be our 6th team to join us in the main tournament on the 22nd. But that's going to be all from me. Good night, everybody.